Get inside yourself!
Have now attacked the Bruise Brothers, who defeated them earlier tonight to get a shot at the tag team belts.
ECW Tag Team Champions, Public Enemy. This is for the fans because this gives you an idea of what the champions look at when they stand face to face with the Bruise Brothers. You're looking up at 290 pounds of the meanest man and the meanest partner in professional wrestling today. You have to get down, get inside yourself, and climb in the ring with the Bruise Brothers. You did it once, and we went everywhere. And you ended up getting pinned by my brother right here. 1, 2, 3. The next time, you had to sneak up from behind with a pipe and try to do some damage. But we're still here. He's still here. Bottom line, boys, there ain't nothing pretty about us. We beat up everybody and everything, but we get the job done. You got the gold, we want the gold, and we're coming after you, and we're gonna tear the place down. Hey, Champ. Hey, Champ. Hey, Champ. Hey, Champ. You the champion now. You the champ, too. Oh, yes, sir. Yeah. And we didn't even steal these belts. No. We won them fair and square. And it's gold. 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 But the Bruise Brothers, they come out. Do you remember? Do we remember? Only thing I remember is when we won these tag team belts. Bruise Brothers, do we remember? I remember hitting you upside your big fat head with a 2x4. You remember that? Hey, Rocco, he wasn't 6'9" when you hit him with that pipe. He looked like more like 4'2". I hit him right square over the head and break both his ankles. Yeah, exactly. 6'9", 300 pounds. Bruise Brothers, we supposed to be scared? Well, boys, when we was locked up in jail, we had 2 girlfriends look just like you two. Yeah, exactly. That's right, brother. And they was a little shorter than you, but twice as tough. And we took them every night. Twice.
Mike Awesome is just dying to get his hands on Sabu. Sabu diving at the legs of Mike Awesome, who is surprisingly agile for a man who is 6'8", 315. Mike Awesome now dives at Sabu, trying to play his game. Sabu's a little too quick, and both men now exchanging right hands. I don't think Sabu wants to do that. Sabu misses a wild right hand. Mike Awesome picks up Sabu, and Sabu is straddled on that corner buckle. Mike Awesome now with a full head of steam, and Sabu almost gets his head taken off. We've seen this before. Awesome is ready to soar. He's like a 315-pound cat. Catapulted himself from the top turnbuckle. Split-legged moonsault, no. Sabu missed the moonsault. Sabu missed the moonsault. He's hurt. He's clutching that knee. The referee is counting both men. Mike Awesome is up miraculously. Champion cinches up Sabu, who's going up in. What the hell was that? Painful, to say the least. And a clothesline that sends Sabu face first. Mike Awesome is perched. Mike Awesome. Sabu's looking for what? He just found Mike Awesome. Both men are down. Both men have pulled out all the stops. powerbomb on the outside. 911 has got Mike Awesome tied up. As Paulie distracts the ref, 911 is working over Mike Awesome. And going up again. Mike Awesome somehow finds a way to survive. But Sabu may have just ended his own career. While 911 is throwing Mike Awesome back in the ring, that may be a mistake. Who's going to cover who?
Cost me my match with Sabu. 911 ripped me off and hit me from behind and beat me up like I haven't been beat up all my life since I was a little kid and picked on everybody else that was smaller than me. 911 kicked my tail, choked me out, and Sabu beat me in the ECW arena. You know, Mike Awesome, I have read all the press clippings from Japan. Now that you're over there on this big tour, you have been moaning and crying your eyes out how 911 ripped you off at the ECW arena. My man, if you want a piece of 911, all you got to do is pick up your telephone and dial those very three numbers, and anytime you want, 911 will meet you head on, face to face in the middle of the ring. And until then, Mike Awesome, will you please stop all your tear-jerking crying, because I personally am very, very sick of it, and I don't know what's so awesome about you anyway. As a matter of fact, Mike Awesome, I got something awesome for you right here. You know what I mean? And on another subject, coming to the ECW arena on Saturday night, April 16th, the return of Sabu. And let me tell you something right now on the record. Sabu is coming back to the ECW with a vengeance. Sabu is coming back with a purpose in mind. Sabu is going to return to the ECW arena on Saturday night, April 16th, meaner than a biker bitch on PMS. And you thought NYPD Blue was controversial. We're coming to the ECW arena Saturday night, April 16th. We're going to turn the heat up yet another notch at the ECW arena. I said all along that I would be world heavyweight champion of ECW. And as prophetically as it was, it comes true. The old man, Terry Funk, falls, and it feels great to be.
It's a privilege. I'd just like to shake your hand and congratulate you. I never doubted you're the greatest champion of all times. I knew you could do it.
You know something? I always knew you were a man of good taste.
Thank you.
I
never doubted you for 1 minute. You're the greatest champion. I just saw how you out-wrestled Terry Funk. Hey, man, I just can't believe it. Congratulations again, man. You're the greatest of all time. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Yes, sir, baby. You knew it.
Are a bad man.
Not as bad as you, but on top of the heat, nonetheless.
You are bad. You are bad.
You know, maybe I am bad. You're right.
Right.
ECW Heavyweight Champion. Franchise. Called myself that from the start, and it was for a reason. Because I was number one and on top, and here come more accolades.
Pay my respects. Hey, I know
Yes,
you got a
sir.
beautiful woman you bring out to the ring with you.
Yes.
If you ever need another woman, I'll give you a champion's discount, boy. I'm right down the hall. $20 for you anytime.
20 bucks. It's a bargain basement price. Sherry, do we have 20 bucks on this?
Okay, come on.
Ah, yes. On top of the world, ECW champion. Oh, hey, guys.
The player worked perfectly, Johnny. Perfectly. How'd you see Johnny in there in that match?
Oh,
He hit
you
Terry
guys.
Funk in the head. Who won? Who's twice? Who's three times? There it is. Oh, and look at this belt, Johnny. This belt is just almost nice like
Guys
ours.
did it.
Oh, it's beautiful. Look at how nice it is. Well, we just come in to congratulate you.
Thank you very much, guys. You did your job.
Yes, sir.
Beautiful.
The players were
Beautiful.
beautiful. And you look good too, babe. Oh, very stunning. I'm telling you. And see, peace. We're out of here.
Hey, guys, wait a second.
Wait.
We're getting one belt there.
Oh,
You're forgetting one.
Oh, we didn't beat up on it. Oh, sorry, Mr. Franchise.
Thank you, guys.
Okay.
They almost look alike.
They sure do. No hassle, no hassle. Isn't that beautiful, Sherry? Look at that. Oh, Mr. Gordon, welcome to the party. Hey, Todd, look at this gold. Look at the diamonds. Look at the gold. That's a nice tie, by the way.
Shane, as mandated by the NWA, it's my job to
Tell him.
Spit it out.
my job to congratulate you as being NWA.
Yay! Come on.
You know something, Todd?
Congratulations.
You know something, Todd? I told you just about 5 months ago. Call me a prognosticator. Tell me I got a crystal ball. But I told you 5 months ago that I would be world heavyweight champion. And by the way, I really enjoy you coming out here as the head of the NWA. But you know something, Todd? Just like I'm going to tell you, and just like I'm going to tell all those people out there, I am your heavyweight champion. And you don't know how good that makes me feel to tell you that, and to tell all of you scumbags out there that. You don't have to like it, but you certainly have got to appreciate it.
Shane, I congratulate you. That was my job. The NWA told me I had to congratulate you. You're congratulated. But we'll get you sure your opponents are also lining up right now to come after this belt. And they're lining up for you, Shane Douglas.
Good. Send him on. The bigger, the better. Send him on.
That's right. Just bring him down. You know, Shane Douglas.
Come on.
Shane Douglas never dodged anybody. And all I can say is, Jason, I want to thank you because just like when I was in high school, Sherry, hold this for a second. When I was back and I saw my receiver in the end zone long and I fired the pass 60 yards through the air, boom, touchdown. Count it for 6 points. I needed somebody in front of me. I needed the enforcer. I needed somebody to get down in that 3-point stance. And I needed him to knock Lawrence Taylor on his ass. And this is the man right here. You know something, brother? I saw you throwing bodies from one side of that ring to the other side out there, and it made me proud because I knew that with the plan that we had, it couldn't fail. The gold is where it rightfully belongs, in the beautiful woman's arms around the franchise's waist. And just like so many other champions from Pittsburgh, a new dynasty begins.
Yes. You got it, baby. You got it.
Rebels, hoodies, and roughnecks. Oh my! Rebels, hoodies, and roughnecks. Oh my! Rebels, hoodies, and roughnecks. Oh my! Boy, this guy's dance card is full, ain't it? Well, I know somebody that wants to dance with you, Shane, and he's from the Legion of Doom. And if he beats your brains in, well, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry!
Well, the fine city of Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love, has duly appointed me, Hawk the Road Warrior, as the Sergeant of Arms. I can, at my disposal, rid the city of Philadelphia and surrounding areas like Valley Forge of any ruffian, no-good scumbag, low-down equivalent of a pile of fly-covered sweaty sweat socks. That's tough. Now then, as I witnessed in Valley Forge, the so-called franchise seems to like plastic bags around Terry Funk's head. Suffocation, huh? That's what you're into. Well, I always said, dead men can't feel pain. You gotta keep them alive a little longer. Make them pay. So you like plastic bags? And what about that Hughes? What's he holding the door in a cage back for? What's he think he is, some doorman at a joint in South Philly? Forget about it. I'll climb over the top. Think I'm stupid? When I want something, I'll get it. And I want you. And I want the franchise. So I'm going to be the demise of the franchise. April 16th. I'm signed. It's time to see if you got hair growing where you should be.
walking towards the ring, had no idea they were being trailed by Ron and Don Harris. Wait a minute, scoop already. The Harris brothers now have to be considered the top contenders for the ECW Tag Team Championship, currently held by Rocco Rock and Johnny Grudge. Driven by Norman, goes to the guardrail, power slam in the center of the ring. These two are just a couple of juggernauts. There's no stopping them in their quest. Steer to the back. For the tag team belts we saw here last week, how these two defeated Rock and Grudge. Powerbomb in a Falls Count Anywhere matchup. You can bet they want another piece of the Public Enemy. They want to settle the score with the belts on the line. Ron and Don Harris, quite a tandem they make. Wait a minute. Up and where's he gonna go? Oh my! What hang time! He sailed through 2 time zones before he came crashing down to the mat. Double whip in, and there's the boot. That should be all. 1, 2, and count to 300. It's over. The Bruise Brothers have made a statement. They are sending a message to Flyboy Rocco Rock and Johnny Grudge. Oh my, again with the chair. Ron and Don Harris want to wear that gold, currently held by Flyboy Rocco Rock and Johnny Grudge. And quite frankly, I don't know if Rock and Grudge can hold them off. The Bruise Brothers continue to inflict punishment on their opponent, they simply look helpless in this matchup. It was one-sided from beginning to end, all 45 seconds. You've got to be kidding me. Can anyone stop the Bruise Brothers? I think not. Nevertheless, what a way to start the show. This man is so full of himself, it's almost sickening. Tony the Hitman Stetson joining. There he is. The Hitman joining forces with the Rebel and the Pitbull this week. No doubt has seen the careers of the Roughneck Mr. Hughes, the Pitbull, and the Rebel skyrocket since all 3 men came under the tutelage of Jason. Perhaps Tony Stetson figures his road to the top leads directly through the camp of Jason. As there you see the Rock and Rebel hogging the camera as usual. You know, if I had his mug, I'd be hiding it, not flaunting it. I'll leave Bob alone. One day I'd like to see Bob Ortiz just take that microphone and pop the Rebel right in the head. What an echo that would be. Now, this isn't going to be a scientific matchup by any means. I wouldn't expect to see a drop toe hold, a flying head scissors, anything fancy. You're talking about 6 men who like to brawl. The Tasmaniacs, Kevin Sullivan, and Crash facing the Rebel, the Pitbull, and Tony Stetson coming at you. All right, here we go. 6-man tag team action as the Rebel hooks it up with the Tasmaniac. Tasmaniac takes over early with the side headlock. The Rebel doesn't want to stay in that too long. Tasmaniac shut off by the Rebel. Rebel just floored by the Tasmaniac who runs through him, drop down. Tasmaniac with a scoop outsmarted the Rebel. That's not saying much for the Rebel. He's outsmarted by the Tasmaniac. And the Tasmaniac misses a headbutt. Well, this one's starting off fast. Rebel now with the scoop on Taz, planting the suplex machine, and missing an elbow is the Rebel. Both men back up to their feet. What we just saw was a feeling out process. Neither man really worse for wear. Just toying with one another as in comes now the mammoth. 6'5", 380-pound Crash. And this guy is just that, a high-speed Crash. Anything that gets in his way gets destroyed. Pitbull doesn't look too happy about tagging in, but never, wait a minute. A little rendezvous of sorts at ringside between Jason and Woman. That could be interesting. They're comparing fashion tips, perhaps. She's checking him out. Never mind. Back to wrestling. Collar and elbow tie-up between Crash and the Pitbull. Will we see a clean break from the Pitbull? Perhaps. I thought not. Headbutt by the Pitbull goes downstairs and upstairs on Crash. The Pitbull now taking over as Crash goes face first into the top turnbuckle. Reversal on the Irish Whip. In goes the Pitbull. And what a press slam by Crash. Now that's power, and down goes the Pitbull to the canvas. Well, they've underestimated Crash. They didn't think he had that kind of power. They have been watching the videotapes. This guy's been in Japan. This guy's done it all. Rebel now joining up with Crash. If I were him, I'd keep his mouth shut. As there we see Jason at ringside with his man. The Pitbull is climbing back in the ring to take another shot at Crash. Oh, he's really feeling the effect of that last press slam. That really jars your lower back. The two lock up once again. The Pitbull already going to... There's a smart wrestling maneuver. Go to work on the arm. Give this man a handicap to work with. Take away an appendage. Rake the eyes. There's no muscle there. You can't train your eyes. And in comes Tony the Hitman Stetson. Tony Stetson, not the flashiest wrestler in this business, but I'll tell you something. He's quite effective. He's a rough customer from right here in South Philly. Well, there you go. Stetson couldn't get it done with the headbutt. Immediately goes the thumb to the eye. Tony Stetson now in the wrong part of town. Kevin Sullivan says, you want to rough it up? Let's rough it up. The Hitman goes to the outside, and here comes Kevin Sullivan. Sullivan's got the hammer. It's hammer time. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, what are these two doing? I don't get it. Women and Jason are exchanging phone numbers. Who knows on the outside? These six men are going at it tooth and nail. Somebody better... And the Pitbull just whacking away on Crash and Tony Stetson with the chair. And Kevin Sullivan with the chair on Tony. This one's broken down. This one is just broken down. Chairs are flying. The Pitbull with Crash. Here comes Kevin Sullivan, I believe, from behind. Where's the Rebel? The Rebel's in the ring, not fighting with anyone. Taking a breather. It's the Rebel, always out for himself. Tony Stetson really, wait a minute. Jason now being chased by Crash. Oh boy, we'd love to see Crash rip off that suit of Jason. Kevin Sullivan now tossed into the ring by the Pitbull. Okay, this is broken back down to a wrestling match. You know, a funny thing happened this week. I was watching a street fight at the ECW arena and a wrestling match broke out. Kevin Sullivan going downstairs on the Pitbull. Headbutt now into the Tasmaniac, and in comes the Tasmanian suplex machine, as he is called in some circles. And what a body on a Tasmaniac, about 5'9", 250. But that 250 just went crashing down to the mat as the Pitbull pulled a crescent kick out of his back pocket. Pitbull now swinging away on the Tasmaniac, ringing away on that arm. Tasmaniac reverses it. And there's the suplex from the Tasmaniac. You know, he can suplex you out of your boots from any and all positions. Headbutt by the Tasmaniac. Tag back into Crash. And he comes. And Crash lowers the boom on the Pitbull. You know, wait a minute. Pitbull trying to go for a leg sweep was cut off by Crash. Crash can wrestle, and he's going to have to because Crash is going one-on-one with another Superman here in ECW. He'll face 911 on Saturday night, April 16th. The Rebel now choking away on Crash. Tony Stetson laying in those headbutts. He's got to get out of that corner. Stetson now with a double chop to the throat and a thumb to the eye. And Stetson wrote the book on mat wrestling. He can't read it, but he wrote it. Rebel back in now with a help from Stetson. Rebel with the back elbow. And here comes Stetson. Nice teamwork by Stetson and the Rebel. Perhaps Stetson will be managed by Jason by the end of this week. Who knows? Well, maybe not. Double clothesline by Crash. Both men go down. In comes Kevin Sullivan. In comes the Tasmaniac. It's broken down into a six-man street fight once again. Crash scoops up Tony Stetson. Slams him to the canvas. Where's Crash going? Oh, I've seen this before. I've seen it before. It's a moonsault. Moonsault by the 380-pound Crash. 1, 2, 3. That is all. What a victory for Sullivan, the Tasmaniac, and Crash. 911. I'd watch out if I were you because Crash is looking for you. Let's go to the ECW replay. It was Crash manhandling Tony Stetson like a small child. And then from there, Crash ascends to the top turnbuckle and defies the laws of physics with, yes, the moonsault. It will be Crash in 911 on April 16th. T. Smith knows it's his night. It's his shot at glory. The Tasmaniac shot in. Here comes JT. And yes, JT connects with the flying clothesline. The Tasmaniac is down. JT has floored the champion. The champion is down, JT. The momentum now going his way. Woman looks on. The Tasmaniac set for the ride once again. And JT drops him. Nowhere to go. The Tasmaniac goes to the outside. JT Smith has somehow mustered the strength from inside, the inner strength to mount this offense against the champion, the awesome Tasmaniac, the man who ended the destruction streak of Sabu. Wait a minute. The public enemy's down at ringside. They're harassing women. Here comes JT Smith. Here comes JT Smith, defending women. How's that for a class act? How's that for a sportsman? Wait a minute. The Tasmaniac's got hold of JT. He's setting him up. The Tasmaniac's going to bring JT in the hard way. JT covered. 1, 2, 3. JT Smith just pinned the Tasmaniac. JT Smith just pulled the upset of the year. Smith is the new ECW television champion.
Welcome back to NWA Eastern Championship Wrestling. We're back up here in the Eagles Nest, and this time it's my pleasure. This has got to be my favorite assignment to date. I'm here to interview the new ECW television champion, my friend JT Smith. And JT, I hate to sound like a cliche, but more often than not, cliches are true. And yours to date has truly been a rocky story. I mean, this is a man who began his career in 1990 with the now defunct Tri-State Wrestling Alliance. He was a charter member here with this promotion, Eastern Championship Wrestling. He started from the bottom. I mean, he signed for any match he can get, no matter how dangerous. He battled back from injury after injury and victory after victory. You inched your way to the top. You inched your way into title contention. And here you are, you're the new ECW television champion, and you didn't beat any slouch for that belt, champ. You pinned the Tasmaniac.
Well, thank you, Joey, and I just want to thank the fans out there. Everyone who's sitting in the living room right now, thank you very much for the support. Thank you for being behind me, and I'm just going to defend this belt with honor and dignity and be the champion that you want, not only for Philadelphia, but everyone sitting right there in the living room. Just want to thank you, and Joey, just thank you very much for being supportive and always giving us pep talks when I'm down. I appreciate it.
All right, champ, right now let's take a very special look at the career of my friend, the new ECW television champion, JT Smith. From day one here in Eastern Championship Wrestling, JT Smith has been a class act, donating his time to great causes like the Variety Club. From there, JT Smith took on any and all comers in a quest to become a top contender and endured great pain, endured great injury, coming back week after week, never once quitting, never once throwing in the towel. And once JT Smith was labeled as an injured wrestler with a bad knee, he became a marked man. Every wrestler wanted to use him for a stepping stone, but it was not to be, as Smith scored victories over the likes of Don Morocco, Johnny Hotbody. And from there, it continued. JT Smith miraculously pulled victory after victory against the likes of Jason's Pit Bull. But JT Smith didn't stop. He was closer and closer, inching his way into title contention in a quest to become a champion. From there, he faced the mammoth, Mike Awesome. JT Smith rolling up, Awesome pulling up what may have been the upset of the year here in Eastern Championship Wrestling. JT Smith took on the Rockin' Rebel recently at Valley Forge in a defense of the newly won ECW Television Championship. And as Jason crashed down on the Rockin' Rebel, JT Smith took care of the so-called sexiest man on earth and scored his very first title defense. JT Smith, a class act, a great athlete, a good man. The People's Champion is now the ECW Television Champion.
Excuse me. Hi, Paulie Dangerously here with a thought to ponder. You know, I've been thinking to myself, as I've been prone to do here in ECW a lot lately, and I thought to myself tonight, does anybody really give a crap about this whole Rocky saga that JT Smith is trying to paint for you people? I mean, who would actually want to go down as Rocky? I remember in the fifth Rocky movie, Rocky ended up brain damage from all the hits to the head that this guy was taking. And then again, that probably is the JT Smith story, because if you've ever listened to this guy's interviews, you know that JT Smith is brain damaged. Speaking of a guy who's just a little bit off, how about my man 911? about a dude that grabs another human being around the throat, picks him up into the air, and spikes him down like a football. My man 911 will be at the ECW Arena on Saturday night, April 16th. And not only will my man 911 be walking down that aisle, but on Saturday night, April 16th, I will bring back to the ECW Arena the most homicidal, the most suicidal, the most genocidal mass machine of destruction that has ever been put into a wrestling ring by the name of Sabu. On Saturday night, April 16th, Sabu will return to the ECW Arena, and from what I understand, next week on this very show, you will find out who will be Sabu's opponent on Saturday night, April 16th, and I'm going to tell you this right now, whomever you may be, you might as well pack your bags, you might as well move across the world, but Sabu will find you there too, because the only way for you to escape the wrath of Paulie Dangerously and the greatest wrestler known to man today, Sabu, is to call Kevorkian or just dial 911. Because he can handle it for you, too. Because on Saturday night, April 16th, 911, Sabu, and Paulie Dangerously. If you think Madonna shocked David Letterman the other night, wait to see what we're bringing to the ECW Arena Saturday night, April 16th.
Welcome back to NWA Eastern Championship Wrestling. You know, in just a few moments, we're going to see a matchup that I find most interesting. I'm talking about Sal Bellomo going one-on-one with the Sandman. And ever since that unfortunate incident in the ring where the Sandman was momentarily blinded by the Rockin' Rebel and Company, the Sandman accidentally slapped his wife, Peaches. Of course, from there, Tommy Cairo came out to the aid of Peaches, who was obviously hurt. The Sandman, has just turned his back on his wife, on his friends, on the fans here in Eastern Championship Wrestling. Quite frankly, his attitude has become disgusting, to say the least. His personality is a complete 180. The changes as apparent as black and white, to say the least. I just can't describe to you the comments and the actions as of late of the Sandman. Before we go to the Sandman, who is standing by with last-minute comments regarding his matchup with Sal Bellomo, we're going to take a quick look at some highlights from the Valley Forge Music Fair, the matchup between the Sandman and Iron Man Tommy Cairo. Sandman trying to get the early advantage, but no, it's Cairo muscling over the Sandman. This match has started off fast and furious. Iron Man Tommy Cairo could not wait to get his hands on the Sandman. His former best friend, spinning kick, floors the Sandman. Sandman now getting his bearings, collar elbow tie-up once again. Cairo backs Sandman into the corner and really lays into the Sandman with the series of chops. Irish whip in, there goes the Sandman. Back body drop by Tommy Cairo. The Sandman now begging off. Tommy Cairo is relentless. Cairo has the cage. That's the cage for Ultimate Jeopardy. What's he doing? Cairo setting up that beast in a cage. What does he have in mind? I can only imagine. I'll bet it involves the Sandman. Any takers? Irish whip, there's the Sandman into the cage. And the cage comes crashing down on top of the Sandman. And Cairo lands on him for a good measure. Tommy Cairo has gone berserk on the Sandman. Cairo now picking up the Sandman. He's not finished yet. Cairo and the Sandman back in the ring. Here comes the Sandman. Cairo goes downstairs, off the ropes, and another spinning kick, which knocks the lights out of the Sandman. Cairo setting up the Sandman. Belly to back suplex. That should be all. Cover. 1, 2, and 3. And Cairo has gotten his revenge on the Sandman.
8 minutes, 17 seconds. Your winner, Iron Man, Tommy Cairo.
Wait, the match is over. What's the Sandman? The Sandman continues to work on Tommy Cairo. That's the third time he's laid in one of those horrible, those devastating maneuvers. The Sandman just floored the referee. This match is over. This is
a done deal. The Sandman has gone nuts. Sandman now picking up Cairo to administer more punishment. He's setting him up. We've seen this before. The Sandman spikes Tommy Cairo once again. This man has changed. Wait a minute. Here comes Peaches. Here comes his wife. Oh, she's had it with him. She has just had it. This is over.
You're gonna have to pay for, just like everybody else has.
What did he say? Did you hear what he said about his wife? What a jerk. The Peaches has had enough. Go for it, Peaches. The Sandman's got a chair. He's going to hit his wife. No. Cairo in. Belly to back suplex. Good for you, Tommy. The Sandman's got the chair. He just smacked Tommy Cairo in the head. The Sandman has gone nuts. The Sandman is an animal. Somebody has got to stop the Sandman. Oh, my, and again. Tommy Cairo bleeding profusely. What has gotten into the Sandman? This is a different person, and quite frankly, I don't even recognize him.
Remember the good old days when the Sandman used to run to the ring, slapping hands, giving high fives, looking for your cheers and adulation? Well, those days are over. Those days are over because I thought I had friends. I thought I had friends, and you think you have friends. Nobody has any friends. Not if you got friends like Tommy Cairo and Sal Balomo. The time I needed them men the most, I was blinded in the center of the ring. Tommy Cairo, you come out and you grab Peaches and you scoop her up in your arms like, Ironhead Tommy Cairo, you got all your muscles. All you were trying to do was cop a feel. Peaches has been slapped. She'll be slapped again. I needed you, Tommy Cairo. Sal Balomo. Sal comes out to the ring. Sal's such a nut. I've tag teamed with Sal Balomo. I know how much of a nut he is. Sal, you must have seen the video of my wife. In fact, you've been trying to get my wife ever since you came to the ring. You had the audacity to come to ringside, Sal Balomo. And you threw in the towel on one of my matches, Sal. I thought you were my friend. I didn't see it then, Sal, but I see it all now. I might have been blinded, but I'm not blind now, Sal Balomo. I can see the replay. You were just trying to cop a field just like Tommy Cairo. Sal Balomo, you're going to have to pay, Sal. You're going to have to pay just like everybody else is paid. Just ask Tommy Cairo, Sal Balomo. He paid, but he chose the hard way. He didn't have any money. I don't think you have any money either, Sal Balomo. I don't think you have a dime to your name. Sal, you got about a minute to decide, Sal. You got about a minute to decide which way it's going to be. Is it going to be the easy way, $20 bill, Sal? Is it going to be the hard way, Sal, like Tommy Cairo got it, Sal? You got to decide, Sal. Is the price going to be right for you, Sal? 20 or the hard way?
Right now, what concerns me is Balomo and the Sandman one-on-one because the Sandman's attitude, the comments he's made as of late have been nothing short of sickening. Well, Sal Balomo always wanted to have a good time. Well, the good time's over. Here comes the Sandman. Well, this is a changed man. I can't believe what he just said about his wife. On TV, no less. This guy's attitude, I don't know. It's almost like black and white. Well, these two were friends in the past. Balomo gets an ovation from this crowd to no one's surprise. You can bet his opponent will not get the same. Balomo telling the Sandman, you're my friend, we're pals, we're paisan. But the Sandman will have none of it. The Sandman showing absolutely no expression whatsoever. Wait a minute, he's got Palomo. He just spiked Sal Palomo. He just took a cheap shot at his former friend and spiked him. He's dumping the stuffed animals on Palomo. What's this all about?
Hey, you want a toy?
Oh, I can't watch this. Oh, my, he's ripping a toy. Come on. That's horrible. You know, those toys are for the kids. What has gotten into the Sandman? Well, he's got Palomo again. No, and he spikes Palomo once again. Look at the kids. I mean, there's tears in their eyes. That's their hero. That's their buddy. That's Wild Man Sal, the kitty's pal. And he's tearing up these stuffed animals and firing them into the crowd. Yeah, what's your problem, Sandman? He's not rubbing a stuffed animal in the face of Sal Palomo. Come on, Sal, get up. I don't know who this man is anymore. I remember the Sandman. I remember a guy who carried a surfboard. I remember a guy who liked it. Oh, no, that's the dog that Sal gave the Sandman. He just tore it in half. This is just unbelievable. What has gotten into this man? He's a changed person. Oh, Sal. Sal, I don't know what to tell you. It's not your fault. Don't blame yourself. This is not the same man. He's not your buddy. He's no one's buddy. Sal, look out! Look out! Oh, the Sandman just cold-cocked Palomo. There's the cover. And a 3 count. Not that it matters. The outcome of this match is unimportant. The bigger picture is that this is a different man. I mean, well, off goes the Sandman. No, I don't want to see a replay. Forget the replay. I don't want to see any of this again. Oh, Sal. Sal, what can I tell you, buddy? What's this got to do to the psyche of Sal Palomo? That man was his friend. These two guys were tight. I mean, they were tag team partners. Sal Palomo did nothing wrong. All those horrible, those false accusations by the Sandman. He has delusions is what he has. Sal Palomo was never anything but a friend to him. Sal Palomo watched his back. And the Sandman just stabbed it. The Sandman just struck again. Douglas defending against Road Warrior Hawk. It's a match you don't want to miss. And how about that Sandman? I mean, I don't know what's gotten into this guy. I mean, he was one of the most popular wrestlers in Eastern Championship Wrestling for a long time. He had a lot of friends here. Wait a minute, Hack Myers has just attacked Chad Austin from behind. Hack Myers looking to make a stepping stone of young Chad Austin, who has scored a series of upsets here as of late in Eastern Championship Wrestling. Hack Myers will have none of it as Chad Austin goes face first into the corner buckle, and Chad is hurt. Myers now picking up Austin. In goes Chad Austin. Up and over. Here comes Austin. Elbow that just floors Chad. Back to cover. 1, 2, and a 2 count only. Chad Austin somehow finds the back door after a vicious back elbow. Hack Myers continues to hammer away on Austin. Chad Austin is whipped in. Back butter. Oh my! I have never in my life seen that. He just did a 1.5 on the back body drop and landed face first on the mat. That's got to be all. Chad Austin's on Dream Street. He's done. Hack Myers should just cover this kid and get the pin. He's shooting him in again. In goes Chad Austin. Wait a minute, Chad! Chad! Well, Chad tried to get it going, and Hack Myers just got him with the reverse atomic drop and turned him inside out with the clothesline. You know, for a second, I thought Chad Austin was looking at another upset. But Hack Myers has just proved to be too much for Chad Austin. Austin being shot in once again. This is getting messy to watch. No, Chad Austin with the spinning kick. Austin's up. Chad Austin's up on his feet. The kid's going up to the top. Chad Austin's on the top turnbuckle. Leg drop. He hit the leg drop. Cover up Chad. Yes. 2. And another upset for the underdog, Chad Austin. Great victory for Chad Austin. Talk about a kid working hard for a paycheck. Way to go, Chad. Thumbs up. Chad Austin really pulled an upset out of his back pocket. Can we see a replay? This was unbelievable. A 1.5 on the back body drop. Yeah, let's see it again. But somehow Austin able to come back with the leg drop and the 1, 2, 3.
Hey, Rocco! You know who this is? Oh, the most stupendous, the most spectacular, wonderful. She's terrific. Beautiful woman, too. It's Sensational Sherry. Did you notice every time Sensational Sherry's around, there's a lot of gold around? Oh, gold everywhere. Rocco, do we like gold, Josh? Take it easy. I'm going to get to that point. You know, we've been in hoods all across the country. We know some of the finest homegirls in the whole world. Isn't that right, Johnny? We've been with some of the finest women, Sherry. Oh, yes. None as lovely as you, dear. You know, she managed Macho Man Randy Savage, Ted DiBiase, Shawn Michaels to gold, and, of course, our good friend and buddy, Shane Douglas, the franchise. Hey, Rocco, you mean the same franchise that owns this belt, right? Oh, that's the one. Oh, Johnny, come on. What's the matter with you? What is this? Hold up. Oh, Sherry, wait a minute, baby. We just,
You're holding it for what?
Wait a minute. Oh, no, wait.